27,000 feet above Nazi-occupied Germany. The temperature is -40 degrees. A 23-year-old American sits alone in a glass bubble at the back of a B-17 bomber. Below him, nothing but clouds. Behind him, German fighters closing in. The rulebook says, wait. Wait until they're close. Wait until they're in range. But this young tail gunner doesn't wait. And in the next few minutes, he will do something no bomber gunner in American history has ever done, by breaking every rule meant to keep him alive. In 1943, American bombers were being slaughtered over Europe. The B-17 Flying Fortress was packed with guns, 13.50 caliber machine guns, 10 men, and miles of ammunition. On paper, it was unstoppable. In reality, it was a flying coffin. During 1 week in October 1943, Black Week, the 8th Air Force lost 140 bombers. That's nearly 1,500 men gone in 7 days. The math was brutal. At that rate, the bomber force wouldn't survive the war. The problem wasn't courage. The problem wasn't equipment. The problem was doctrine. Bomber gunners were trained to fire at 400 to 600 yards. That's what the manuals said. That's what instructors, many who'd never seen combat, taught. But German pilots learned how to exploit it. They attacked head-on, from below, from angles where bomber guns struggled to track. By the time a gunner opened fire, the enemy was already shooting back. For every 100 bullets fired, fewer than 2 hit. And bombers kept falling. Michael Aruth didn't look like a war hero. He was skinny, 130 pounds, a high school dropout from Springfield, Massachusetts. His father worked in a textile mill. His mother took in laundry. Michael wasn't good with authority, but he was good at noticing patterns. By mid-1943, he was the tail gunner on a B-17 named Tondileo. The most isolated position, the highest casualty rate, and the first to see fighters coming. After mission, Aruth noticed something. Every time he waited for the correct range, his shots missed. The Germans hit first. Bombers died. So he asked a dangerous question. What if the doctrine was wrong? German cannons were effective at 600 yards. Their rockets, beyond 800. So why were American gunners waiting? What if the goal wasn't accuracy, but disruption? July 30, 1943. German fighters form up behind the bomber stream. This time, Aruth doesn't wait. At 900 yards, he opens fire. Not to hit, but to force reaction. The German formation breaks. Pilots flinch. Attack runs lose precision. When they finally close inside 600 yards, they're no longer attacking. They're flying into a wall of fire. That day, Aruth shoots down 4 German fighters. 4. As a bomber gunner, while wounded, while losing oxygen, while clearing a jammed gun by hand. Intelligence officers didn't believe it. 4 kills sounded impossible, but the crew confirmed it. Other bombers confirmed it. Gun camera footage confirmed it. Still, the training command was furious. Lucky, they said. Dangerous, they said. If everyone does this, we'll waste ammo. But frontline commanders pushed back. Losses were dropping. And one general listened. Major General Frederick Anderson, a former World War I fighter pilot, made the call. Test it, he said. Aruth was sent to talk to other gunners. They copied his method. And something changed. German pilots attacked more cautiously. They broke off sooner. Bomber losses began to fall. Not because every bullet hit, but because psychology matters in combat. By 1944, bomber losses to fighters were cut nearly in half. Michael Aruth finished his tour with 17 confirmed kills, the highest of any American bomber gunner in history. More importantly, historians estimate his innovation saved hundreds of bombers. That's 750 men who came home alive. After the war, Aruth returned home quietly. No interviews, no speeches, no fame. His medals stayed in a drawer. But his idea lived on. Modern air defense systems still follow the same principle he discovered under fire. Engage early. Disrupt the attack. Force the enemy to react. Michael Aruth wasn't supposed to change the war. He wasn't an officer, wasn't educated, wasn't powerful. He just trusted what he saw when the rulebook was getting people killed. And because of that, 750 men lived long enough to grow old. Sometimes history isn't changed by generals or machines. Sometimes it's changed by one quiet kid who refused to wait.